Hey everybody, Lawrence here with 30 Pace of Terrain coming at you with another one. 2024 is coming to a close, and I thought I'd take a look back at this past year just to check out my bills and kind of figure out what I've done this past year for the channel and different, and outside the channel. Like, I went to a couple conventions this year, so I spent way too much money, as we all do, I think. But did plenty of builds, started doing some mini painting videos, which, not really my forte. I'm more of a terrain builder than I am a mini painter, but, I figured I'd give it a try because that pile of shame ain't shrinking. It needs to start shrinking. I started live streaming, which it's actually been pretty fun. It's fun while building stuff and then just seeing what people are saying as I'm building. I've hit 1,000 subscribers this year, and for any channel, that is actually a really big deal. And and the channel is slowly continuing to grow, which I greatly appreciate for everyone who ever watches or subs. It's just been a good year, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not looking to grow the channel into giant measures, like millions of subs. I'm not worried about that. I like building terrain. I like painting minis occasionally, and I like showing what I build. And that's pretty much it. That's my whole philosophy. It's like build, turn the camera on, show you what I did. Not that difficult of a concept. But before we actually get to going over some of the builds that I've done this past year, I want to give as always, I want to give a big thank you to my patrons. My first one ever dungeon matron, Mia Geeked, Corel, Sykes, and Rick Spotton. You guys' help this past year has really made me want to keep going. So I really, really do appreciate it. All right, let's see what I've done. Ah, yes, my first Dollar Tree dollhouse build. I actually wound up sending this one up to Canada, the Dungeon Minister, and I think now Mage's Musings owns it. And of course, rocks, or golems, or earth elementals, whatever you want to call it. I actually had fun building these. They just look like dirty, nasty messes. And then right after that, the crystal golems. I love putting all those crystals on them. It looked like they would hurt. And monsters made from a mess from my glue gun. It oozes, ochres, and slimes. They're simple to make. And of course, a demi-lich. I mean, it's just a mass of hot glue and a skull. Really. It was fun and simple to build. And this, a bunch of standing stone, rune stones, whatever you want to call them, I honestly did it to cut down on my scrap pile. And this is back when I was playing around with hot glue, and it's like, yeah, I can make a flame with this. So I made elementals. And of course, the layer build that I did for a challenge over at Carl Make Stuff. This was the entrance. It was fun. And of course, I had to do the layer itself, so it just had to be done. But of course, a layer needs monsters, so the web golems. I cursed a lot when I was making these. The webs were a pain in the butt to put on, but I'm really happy with how they turned out. And of course, my second Dollar Tree dollhouse build, which I gave away when I hit 1,000 subscribers to Sykes, so it's sitting in Poland somewhere. And of course, there was a portal challenge that I did, and I wound up doing 3 different portals, and I put lights in it, which is not something I normally do. But I was like, 1 portal, let's do 3. And of course, I started my mushroom series here. Yes, I know what they look like, but I didn't realize it until after I put out the video. And of course, another house build that I did that I actually did specifically for the Dungeon Minister to help him out with Clericon. But I almost didn't send it because I really like this house. Of course, here's something else that I sent up to the Dungeon Minister to help out with Clericon. A bunch of orcs that I was given for free. And I was like, yeah, I painted 20 of them up and set them up, and apparently they fought the Heroes of Honeywood. And more mushrooms. My second set of mushrooms. It's just a matter of I like doing mushrooms. They're fun. And my third Dollar Tree dollhouse build. This one is actually still in the basement. So at least I think it is. But of course, ropers. I actually enjoyed making these, and I also made sure to do scatter terrain to match the creatures exactly. So if when they're on the table, the players have no idea. And of course, when I started painting miniatures for videos, my favorite manufacturer, Next Level Miniatures, some basilisks that they make, and it was quick, easy, and fun. This was by far one of my two favorite builds all year, the maggot golems. I loved doing them. They were great, they were awesome, and they look disgusting. And there's actually real mealworms on there, if you can tell. But I love doing these. And of course, I had some more from my pile of shame. I want to paint up some Chaos Warhounds. I use those as Hellhounds now. And this is a gift I got from my wife, Wildspire Miniatures Troll King. I painted that up, and I really liked how it turned out. Green, just weird looking, but I liked it. And this is one of my other two favorite builds of the year, the Necromancer's Tower. It was a beast to do, because it was so 19 inches tall, and so many skulls. It was a lot, but like I said, it was the Maggot Golem and this were my favorites. And of course, Michael's Halloween house that I converted, and I actually wound up making it almost twice as long as what it originally was. And of course, the plant mound monsters for my live streams that I started this year, they look great. They're perfect for the table, and I enjoyed making them on the live stream. It was just so much fun. And of course, the Cthulhu doll head Christmas ornament. It was on my Christmas tree for about 5 seconds. And of course, the Victrix miniatures that I painted up. They're historical, early Saxon armored warriors historical miniatures, but I picked those because they'll work for historicals or fantasy. Hey, everybody, if you made it this far, meaning you made it to the end, and as always, I do appreciate it. Like I said, 2024 was a good year for the channel, and I can't thank anyone who's ever watched any of my videos and liked, thumbs, whatever, comments. I really, really do appreciate it, and I can't thank you enough. But as always, guys, when you're building your terrain, painting your minis, any kind of crafting you do for the game, just remember, the only people you got to worry about is you, because it's your minis and terrain.